to swallow, but here I sit, 3x10. Lots of confusion and tattered feelings mix up and they start to spin. And a sad song written with all the sad lines. Then I realized I was just wasting time. I'm moving on down the line. Pick my heart up, dust it off, and I'll be fine. I wish you well and happiness, all the sparkles and shine. But I'm moving on down the line. The commitment ain't the same, and at the end of the day, it's okay. You can have feelings even though you both know you don't fit. It'll be what it'll be, and that's it. I'm moving on down the line. Pick my heart up, dust it off, and I'll be fine. Wishing well and happiness, all the sparkles and shine. But I'm moving on down the line. All the sparkles and shine, but I'm moving on down the line. I'm moving on down the line. Pick my heart up, dust it off, and I'll be fine. I wish you well, happiness, all the sparkles and shine, but I'm moving on down the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
You got a way of pulling me back right out of the blue. No matter how far I get away from you, I can still see clouds in the sky, mixed with the white lines from all the jet planes. I used to dream about getting on one day and fly. Here inside these hotel walls, I wonder if you've changed it all. Am I still your favorite memory? Mississippi, do you ever miss me? It's been a while, but you're always on my mind. Sometimes it hits me like a burning whiskey, that I'll never really ever say goodbye. Mississippi. past the nights. Stars dripping like diamonds, skipping rocks across the sky. What I wish I'd known, the time's gonna fly, but I'd always come back to you, 'cause you're my hallelujah, my home sweet home. Mississippi, do you ever miss me? It's been a while, but you're always on my mind. Sometimes it hits me like a burning whiskey, and I'll never really ever say goodbye to you, Mississippi. Mississippi. You're the music in my head, the melody I can't forget. Half my heart is always gonna be in Mississippi. Mississippi. Sometimes it hits me like a burning whiskey, that I'll never really ever say goodbye, Mississippi.
That is brand new music from Caitlin Smith. It is called Mississippi, and a brand new music tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. We are live on our website right now from the live show capital of the world in Branson, Missouri, and we've got a great live show for you tonight. I've got 3 interviews on tonight's program. After this next song, I'm going to be talking to my good friend Bobby Ocean. Then at the bottom half of this first hour, we'll be talking to Amanda Hagel from Canada. And then at the end of bottom half of hour number 2, we'll be talking to Brandon Davis. Man, it's going to be a fun show tonight. You'll get to hear the stories behind their songs and lots of great new country music on the radio tonight on this New Music Friday. We want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the radio stations that replay this program. Great ones like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, radiotheking.be, also from Belgium, WVMIradio.com, realradio.us, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, bigrecords.world/radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, RadicalOnlineRadio.com, and we are on all the streaming formats like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, anywhere you listen to podcasts and country radio on the internet. Just Google either KICR Indie Country Radio or Today's Country with Tim Kelly, and you will find us. Well, I found this next gentleman on my YouTube feed about a week ago. We are working out the details to get an interview with him. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this next song and this gentleman is 15 years old. You can check out the video to his song on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country TV, powered by Strim. His name is Cruz Wright, and the song is called Phone in Heaven on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Well, good morning, Jesus. Yes, it's me again. But I didn't call this time to get forgiveness for my sins. I called to talk to Mama, and I know she's there with you. If there's a phone in heaven, then Jesus put me through. And give me one more chance to tell her that I love her. Oh, let me hear her sweet voice one more time, for I want her to know how much I'm thinking of her. If there's a phone in heaven, put my mama on the line. All those things I should have told her while I still had a chance. But one day, Lord, you took her with no warning in advance. And I'm begging now, please give me one last opportunity. If there's a phone in heaven, let my mama talk to me. And give me one more chance to tell her that I love her. Oh, let me hear her sweet voice one more time, for I want her to know how much I'm thinking of her. If there's a phone in heaven, put my mama on the line. Yes, if there's a phone in heaven, put my mama on the line.
Once again, his name is Cruz Wright. It is C-R-E-W-S. Wright is W-R-I-G-H-T. 15 years young, that gentleman, and the video to it on ICTV, Indie Country Television, his debut single called Phone in Heaven. We got our good friend Mr. Bobby Ocean on the radio tonight. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Tim, how's it going?
Good, good. And you are heading to a show right now, I take it.
Yes, sir, yeah.
Man, I hope...
We are heading there now, and just looking forward to a lot of great things coming up and get this interview with you here tonight. So that's our main focus here right now.
Awesome, awesome. I hope you have a great show tonight. And where are you playing?
What's that?
Where are you playing at tonight?
In Indiana.
You're in Indiana. All right.
Yeah.
One of my biggest listeners is in Indiana. She's in Indianapolis, Miss Lula Bradbury. She's probably going to be tuning in here just real quick and be in our chat room.
Oh.
So
okay, great.
Yeah,
Another
absolutely.
Big show there, another big show there in May 26th and 27th. We're going to be down there. Big show. We'll talk about it whenever you're ready. But yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Go right ahead. We don't have much time. We got 3 interviews tonight, so go right ahead.
So we're going to be down there May 25th, 26th, 27th, Indianapolis, Indiana, for the Indy 500 weekend. We're going to be at the Fountain Palace Theater, and we're going to be right before there, and Brad Paisley's there right after us.
Man, there you go. That's the way to do Memorial Day weekend. Indy 500 and then some Bobby Ocean and Brad Paisley and all that good stuff going on. Man, that sounds like a blast.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's going to be a great show. Great time.
That is going to be fun. Well, man, we sure have been loving your music. We've done a couple of radio interviews here just recently, and it's great to always have you on the program, and I appreciate the support, and you always have a lot of listeners tune in when you're on, and we thank you for that, and you got some great music. We're going to play a couple of great songs for you tonight. But you're originally from Ohio, but now I think you moved to Nashville, Tennessee. Is that right?
Yeah, back and forth. I'm originally born and raised in Ohio, Northeast Ohio, And yeah, so we're obviously we're all over the place here. All my recording is done in Nashville, Tennessee, and but yeah, so yeah, we're all over the place. We have a ton of shows this year coming up, and all the way from Florida up to Alabama, Georgia, Ohio, Wisconsin, Indiana, Iowa. We're all over the place.
Awesome. Well, I tell you what, we are working with the theater here in Branson, and I'll give you the details on that. About maybe booking you here in the middle of the country in Branson, so we'd love to see you here and go meet you.
Yeah, definitely, Tim. Be great.
So
love to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been doing music for a little bit, but tell us your journey real quick and kind of how you got started.
Well, obviously, I've talked to you before. I started when I was 6 years old playing guitar. Started playing guitar when I was 6 years old. Started playing in church when I was 8 years old, singing in front of the church. With a bluegrass quartet back then, and so yeah, and it's ever since then I've had different bands and whatnot, and, but yeah, I've been involved in music for quite a while now, and yeah, played quite a few different instruments. I think over 12 or 13 different instruments. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Very talented gentleman, man. I love your stuff, and you got a great song that we're going to play first called "In This Bar." So give us the story behind this one just a little bit.
It's just a great song about, people going out on a Friday and Saturday and hanging with their friends, going there to meet girls going there to meet guys, that kind of setup. Nothing really too dramatic about it. Just a great, fun party song.
Hey, that's what it's all about, man. And I just interviewed a guy by the name of Ryan Talley last week, and I saw the title of his song was called "Rearranging Sawdust," and I thought, what an interesting title to a song. Never heard of that before. Wonder what that's about. And it was like, on the dance floor, it gets a lot of sawdust on there or something from these old barn dances they used to do. And on the dance floor, you're dancing around and rearranging the sawdust. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. But I want to give a quick shout out real quick to Jay Bird. He's down there, one of my best friends. He's my partner in all this stuff. He's down there in Newton Falls, Ohio tonight. Big shout out to Rodney and all the group down there, Jay Bird in Newton Falls. Big show down there tonight, and also a special someone. We give a shout out to that person tonight also. So
awesome. Well, we'll play the song right now for you, and if you can hang out for just a little bit longer, we'll talk to Bobby Ocean after "In This Bar" right here on KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
All the ladies in the bar getting tipsy. Let me get a big hell yeah if you're with me. Guys at the bar drinking whiskey, talking to the girls and trying to get a little frisky. Everybody's here on a Friday night, getting loud and rowdy, gonna make it right. Sitting with my buddies, drinking some beers, putting them down like we just don't care. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. I'll be drinking till the sun goes down, spending the nights in this crazy town. I get up at the crack of dawn to do it all again and listen to a honky-tonk song. Everybody's here on a Friday night, getting loud and rowdy, gonna make it right. Sitting with my buddies, drinking some beer, putting them down like we just don't care. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's here on a Friday night, getting loud and rowdy, gonna make it right. Sitting with my buddies, drinking them beers, putting them down like we just don't care. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar.
is called In This Bar. Bobby Ocean, great song, my man, and one of your latest singles, and we've been playing that one, loving it, and we love playing you on Triple Play Thursday, too, where every artist gets played 3 times in a row, and I'll be doing that show again in a couple of weeks, so.
Great, yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Always fun to have you on the program, man. I appreciate you doing tonight, and we got a couple of other interviews that we're going to be doing tonight, but yeah, have a good show tonight, and keep us posted on what's going on with you. And I've got these fan pages and groups set up on Facebook. Artists played on KICR Indie Country Radio and the KICR Indie Country Club. So if you want to post in those groups and where you're going to be and let all those folks know, because I know we got folks in Indiana and all over the place, actually, and a lot of them in Nashville love to come see you, too. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be some good shows this summer to come check us out.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I say, I'll get you the information on maybe coming to Branson and tell you what they want as far as booking. And hopefully we'll see you here in the live show capital of the world, as they call it, here in Branson.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you, Tim.
Awesome. Good to talk to you again, my friend. And come back anytime. You know the door's always open here at KICR Indie Country Radio for Bobby Ocean.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Tim. Have a great night.
Absolutely. You bet. This next song is called Lovin' You, Bobby Ocean on KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on a new music
If I
Friday.
can't have you, I'll spend the rest of my life under the stars drinking PBR. Ever since the day we met, I fell in love with you. Baby, please tell me the truth. Do you want to be with me? Do you want to hold my hand? I'll do anything for you. Do you want to marry me? Do you want a family? I just want to spend my life with you. 'Cause loving you isn't hard to do. As the days go by, my heart belongs to you. Sometimes I wonder what to do. I got the radio on, they're playing your favorite song. I'll spin you around, it won't be long. Do you want to be with me? Do you want to hold my hand? I'll do anything for you. Do you want to marry me? Do you want a family? I just want to spend my life with you. 'Cause loving you isn't hard to do. Do you want to be with me? Do you want to hold my hand? I'll do anything for you. Do you want to marry me? Do you want a family? I just want to spend my life with you. 'Cause loving you isn't hard to do. 'Cause loving you isn't hard to do.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I still got those pair of jeans you gave me. They're still laying right there on the floor. Nothing else is quite the same around here. Ever since you walked out the door. Yeah, I know there's nothing left to love in you. Yeah, I know there's too many things that we've been through. I know you thought you were the one, and I thought you were too. But maybe you were the best I could do. I still sing my songs like I used to. I still sing the words that were meant for you. I know that you wish you never heard them. Sometimes I wish you were never you. I know there's nothing left to love in you. I know there's too many things that we've been through. I know you thought you were the one, and I thought you were too. But maybe you were the best I could do.
I Can Do, and our little secret, every artist on the interviews is getting 3 plays in a row tonight, and it's not even Triple Play Thursday. It is New Music Friday. We got a ton of new music tonight to get to, but we'll get to that after the next interview. We've got Amanda Hagel from Canada with us live tonight. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Tim, I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. I am thrilled to have you on the program tonight, thrilled to play your music, and get to hear the story behind the songs. That's why I love doing the interviews, too. So welcome to the show. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. It's so great to talk to your audience tonight, and, looking forward to it.
Here, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'm scrolling through my YouTube feed, and a video called These Roots pops up with your name attached to it, and I click on it, looking for videos for my TV channel, ICTV, and I love the song so much, I thought, man, this is going to do quite well on the radio as well. So we got the MP3 from it, and we're going to put it on the air tonight on the radio, too.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I'm so glad that you happened to just come across it in that way. Fantastic. That's social media for you.
Yep, absolutely. I love it. And, it really works well when you reach out to somebody and you want to put them on the radio. The artists are all about that because, I know I've been doing this, like I told you, for about 10 years now, and I know you struggle with getting online, or airplay on the radio. So we're going to help you out with that for sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Your songs are all fantastic. You sent me 4 more today, and I'm just ecstatic over what you got going on. You definitely have the talent, young lady.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's great feedback, especially from somebody in your realm of media and broadcasting. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate that, and but music was in your roots, and I read your bio, and it just exuded from the people that you were around growing up, or maybe your mom and dad had some of that talent. But kind of tell us that story and how you got started music wise.
Yeah, I was the youngest of 9 kids, so I grew up in the southwest corner of Saskatchewan, Canada, on a small grain cattle farm. And being the youngest of 9, I grew up around a lot of siblings who played instruments and sang. My parents were singers as well, so it came pretty naturally. I don't think I really had a choice, but to just immerse myself in the love of music. And so from a young age, I got a guitar when I was quite young, and I learned from my brother. He taught me how to play, and the rest is history as it goes. I just developed my craft and, spent a lot of time singing and writing. And, a lot of kids do a lot of different things in their spare time, but that's what I did in my bedroom. So, it was a great way to grow up surrounded by music. It was just fabulous.
That's awesome. Now, it says in your bio, too, that you're also a personal trainer. So kind of tell us about that and how that got started.
Yeah, a lot of us, in the indie world of music, trying to kind of make our way in terms of career, we've got to have secondary careers just to kind of sustain ourselves, financially. And so I got into playing university and college volleyball, and was taking kinesiology, physical education at the time, and just gravitated towards exercise. I love to work out myself and train and stay in good shape. And so it felt kind of natural for me to get into the personal training realm. And as a result, I've developed a really nice, independent business, working with some amazing people. I love what I do, and it's kind of cool to say you get paid to make people sweat. That's pretty cool. So I enjoy it, and keeps me in great shape. And it's great actually for singing and performing to stay in such good shape.
Yeah, that is awesome. Reminds me immediately of Olivia Newton-John's song "Let's Get Physical." That was kind of a workout video that she did, years ago. When I was growing up, I listened to her. I listened to her all the time. I loved her, and we sure do miss her for sure. But you've had 11 singles go to country radio. 5 of the singles cracked the top 100 in Canadian country radio. And I was just telling you about a buddy of mine, Shane Christopher Neal, is doing a segment, and we're airing it on this program now called This Week in Canadian Country Music. So I'm interviewing you, and I'm sure if he doesn't reach out to you, I will hook you up with him, and we'll get you on an FM station up there in Canada, too.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Absolutely. Love talking to radio up here in Canada. Of course, they've always been very supportive of us indie artists, and I've had some great success, promoting singles up here. So I'd love to talk to them. That'd be great.
That's awesome. And doesn't it make you feel good when your music hits those country music charts?
It really is, especially with the local stations that I grew up listening to. The thrill is always neat when you first get to hear this, one of your first songs on a station that you grew up listening to. That's a surreal moment and a special one for any artist.
Yeah. I tell this all the time on this radio station. The 2 biggest places that I get music sent to me are Texas, the state of Texas here in the U.S., but also Canada. And the country music scene up there in Canada is awesome. There is just so much talent up there.
Yeah, we've got a lot of really, really great artists, and I think a lot of that has to do with, the West out here. We've got a lot of prairie provinces that, kind of, cultivate that country kind of feel and that rural kind of setting, like you do in the U.S. as well. But we do have definitely a crop of land that definitely brings a lot of great artists. And I think just immersing yourself in that environment is a special thing. Country music is loved here for sure. Yeah.
And, we talk about sometimes during 2020 when this thing called the pandemic come in and a lot of things shut down. I know Canada, it even took longer than the U.S. to totally open things back up. But I'm sure that you, as a lot of artists that I've talked to, used that time wisely and wrote a lot of good songs in 2020 or thereabouts probably, didn't you?
It was a great way to kind of just slow down and reflect and utilize the time, the quiet time, to do a lot of different things. It was actually funny because I had planned to release my most recent album titled Be the Light in 2020, and I pushed it a year ahead, but I finally did release it, given the circumstances, I just knew I had to get it out. And in a way, it actually worked out better. Yeah. I was able to do a concert series for it this past fall and celebrate it a little bit later, but that was okay. Things work out. There's always a reason for things, and I just kind of go with the flow. That's how I work.
Yeah, absolutely. You've shared the stage with some great artists too, and I'm looking at a couple of names that I know of: Jess Moskaluk and Aaron Goodvin. Some great Canadian country people. We've got a lot of Jade Eagleson I've played, Arlene Quinn. You probably know some of these names. And there's Gord Bamford. I know he was raised in Canada. He's born in Australia but grew up in Canada and did a lot of music up there. And then he made the move to Nashville. But yeah, you're hanging out with some great talent up there. That's for sure.
Very fortunate.
Let me ask you this: who in the world of country music, some names that we might know, may have influenced you to want to do something in country music? Like, who did you listen to on the radio growing up?
Well, I got to say, the one of the main artists, when I was really young, I grew up in an era where, female powerhouses of the 90s were kind of, all the rage, right? I grew up in that era where I was just being influenced by these amazing country women. And one of the artists I think I aspired to the most and gravitated to the most early on was Martina McBride. I got, all of her records. I even signed up for her fan club and got an autographed picture and the whole thing. And as the years went on, of course, there were, the Trisha Yearwoods, Patty Loveless, Sarah Evans, Pam Tillis. I mean, all of these amazing artists that even to this day, I still enjoy listening to all their music. They were just so inspiring, and just what amazing songs that came out of that era. So I was very fortunate to be influenced by. I mean, there's so many. I'm missing so many names. I listened to them all.
Yeah, isn't that amazing about her story too? I believe she started out working the merchandise table for Garth Brooks, and then got discovered after that. And what a voice for Martina McBride.
Yeah, unbelievable. I've seen her, I think, 3 or 4 times. Every time she's come through, our neck of the woods up here, I've come and been a part of her show in the audience, and wow, I just blown away every time,
Yeah. Well, I was blown away by your music, that's for sure, and we're going to blow some people away in our live chat room tonight, and also listening to us in over 190 countries around the world. So tell us about this first song and the video attached to it. It's called These Roots.
These Roots was such a special song to write, and I've had the privilege of talking about it now quite a few times since its release. So I began writing it in the fall of 2021, and my mom was actually diagnosed with terminal cancer shortly after I started writing it. And so as the months progressed, she ended up passing a few months later. And I realized after the song had been completed how synchronistic and how, the timing of it was so divinely inspired, because the song is all about my roots. It's all about, my upbringing and, the things that I took with me when I left. The family farm's still intact, but of course my parents are both gone now. So it was really one of those surreal moments that you realize that there's bigger reasons for songs coming into being. And it was such a privilege for me to be able to write it and reflect upon, my family and that lineage that, we're going to carry on through future generations. So it's very special. The video itself, we showcase the beautiful prairie landscape here in Saskatchewan. Such a gorgeous harvest evening in August of last year. And I just chose a lot of really special moments and special props, special photos to really captivate the essence of the message of the song, the beauty of the prairies, and just, the idea that I wanted to immerse people in the feeling. Because for me, writing music and creating art is all about connecting to the heart, and that people feel it on a deep level. And I think we really achieved that with this song and video, and I'm so proud of it.
Man, I would absolutely agree with that. And I know from watching these things be put together a lot of times and seeing how a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that I look at, looking at videos on the TV channel, I research others, and they will give you a lot of behind-the-scenes footage or how the video was made. And there's a lot of work that goes into those videos, isn't there?
Tons of work, yeah. A lot of it for me, which is really interesting. I don't talk about this a lot, but I do a lot of visualization. Mm-hmm. So I actually imagine a lot of the scenes and a lot of the moments before they're even, captured on film. And I think that's a big part of the creation process for me is that our imaginations are so powerful and they're such a tool that we can utilize. And so I spent a lot of time really just visualizing how I wanted things to look. And it's always incredible when I get to see it happen in real time, you know, when it comes to fruition. And so for me, it's really important. But yeah, it's a lot of preparation. It takes a number of weeks and months to put it all together.
Yep, and the creativity of making a song and a video, and then it wraps up in 3 minutes and 22 seconds that I'm looking at time-wise is just amazing to me every time. But you definitely got a hit song on your hands, and the video is fantastic as well.
Oh, thanks so much, Tim.
We're going to play it right now for the folks. Her name is Amanda Hagel. You got to check her out, and go check out this video. It is called These Roots. Right now it's on the radio on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country Best.
These roots to set out on a journey, these boots to walk 1,000 miles the first time I stepped on these roots. This heart acting like a compass, this part me I can't explain, but inside it guides on these roots. The place where I was blessed to be born and raised in. The winds of change have come, but the one thing that remains is all of this love and these roots. Searching for a purpose, it's like what makes me feel alive, and in time I find a place where I was blessed to be born and raised in. The winds of change have come, but the one thing that remains is all of this love and these roots. Change have come, but the one thing that remains is all of this love. Remembering the lives of the ones that came before me. For everything they left, there is faith and family, and all of this love. All of this love.
Is Amanda Hagel. That is called These Roots. You can check out the video to it on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country TV, and also go to YouTube and be sure to check it out. It is fantastic and so well done, and your hard work's paying off. Now, I don't know if you know, but I didn't look before we went on the air tonight, but I'm sure it's got quite a few views by now, so congratulations.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, it's been great. You know, I've worked with a couple promotions teams down in Nashville and area for this single, and you know, they've done such a fabulous job getting some really amazing placements, you know, and viewership so far. I can't thank them enough, obviously, and just, you know, the hard work is definitely paying off. I think it's important to surround yourself with good people and you tonight is another example of one of those people. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked a little bit off the air while the song was playing about maybe meeting one day in person, and I get to talk to you guys all the time on the radio, and I've done hundreds of interviews, and we'll do another one, I'm sure, because your music is great, and we're going to keep playing it. So feel free to come back in a few months if you want to, and if you get something new come out that you want to promote, be sure to hit us up again. But we'd love to meet you in person sometime, but I don't know if you've ever crossed over and came to the United States or been to Branson, Missouri, or anywhere close.
Sounds like a cool place to visit, I think.
It is.
I'm gonna have to make that happen, I think.
Yeah, check it out. It is called the Live Show Capital of the World, and a lot of great country music history is here in Branson as well. And beautiful in the fall that time of year. The fall colors here are just beautiful. It's the Ozark Mountain area, and there's a lot of stuff to do other than going and seeing shows here. There is theme parks and shopping and great food and then of course the live shows. There's more live theater seats in Branson than there is in Broadway in New York City. I don't know if you knew that, or a lot of folks don't, but
wow.
we have a bunch of seats here to go see a live show. That is for sure.
That's impressive.
So, yeah, and the country music scene up where you're at is pretty impressive as well. Tell me about that a little bit, and maybe a favorite venue that you've gotten to play, or a favorite show that you've done so far.
There's a lot of great venues and festivals. Our festival season in the western part of Canada for sure is always a favorite every year. We've got some big ones, and every province has their signature for the year. Uh-huh. We as an attendee, it's always fun to see the biggest acts, in country music show up in your province, right? So we're always thrilled when they come through and stuff. So for me, every year there's a few new experiences. I get to play different venues and festivals and stuff. One of the things I love to do, and I've done I think 4 or 5 now, is I like to run my own concert series, and usually they're tied in with album releases or something I'm promoting. And we've got some really beautiful little venues here in the province of Saskatchewan. So, there's one down in the southwest corner called a town called Swift Current, and the Lyric Theater is what the venue's called. And I've played there a handful of times, and it's such a quaint, beautiful little theater, and it just has a beautiful feel to it and great acoustics. And I'd say that's probably one of the most favorite venues I've played, and I'd love to go back. Every time we go back, it's fabulous, and such a gracious crowd down there as well. So, the hope is always to play much bigger venues, but, there's something about those little intimate venues for me that helps me to connect to the audience, and I think for me that those are always going to be special,
Yeah. And I hear that from a lot of artists. There's that more intimate with the fans right there, and especially if you're an indie artist like yourself and you have a lot of original music like you do, when those folks know your music and they're singing it out there in that crowd and they know the words, doesn't that make you feel good?
It really does. It's always special, when you recognize that people, and they're looking forward to hearing a specific song. Usually you get a little interaction on social media before the shows happen, and I always love that feedback because I get a lot of enthusiasm, and so it's special when we get to perform those live, and there's nothing like delivering a song, and in an environment like that when people are they're just ready and they can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let me ask you this. Now, you mentioned Martina McBride as one of the artists that, kind of inspired you and made you want to do something in the world of country music. What a great voice. But you got a great voice as well. So let me ask you this, Amanda. What would be your dream gig, an artist that you may be either to open for or maybe do a duet with on stage? Who might be some that we might know?
Ooh, that's a good question. Wow, and that's just I got to think of something here. There's so many. Well, I'll go with a female and a male if that's okay, because
sure.
I think that would, probably separate the two. Well, I definitely would say if I had to pick one, Dolly Parton would probably be a pretty amazing duet.
There you go.
She's just one of those iconic gals that I think anybody would be privileged to share the stage with. As far as males go, I would definitely. There's a couple artists up here in Canada that I've always really admired and loved their music. Johnny Reid is one of those artists.
I've
Paul
got his
Brandt
music.
Would be the other.
And who? Paul
Brandt?
Brandt?
Okay.
Paul Brandt?
Yep. Yeah, Paul Brandt and Johnny Reed, they're tied for the male choice.
I would have to agree with those two right there. Yes. Yeah, I got Johnny Reed's music. I don't know that I've ever played Paul Brandt, but yeah, I've heard of him. So, yeah, you're
yeah, he's fabulous. Got a beautiful voice. So
you picked a couple of good ones right there. That is awesome.
That would be great. It would be great. We'll see. You never know.
Now, let me also ask you this. A lot of artists, a cover song has to start as an independent song. That's exactly how it starts. It wouldn't be a cover song if it wasn't for independent artists like yourself, and the song, takes off and makes it big and hits number one on those charts or Billboard or whatever for some time. So what's your favorite cover songs maybe to do in a show? Any specific favorites?
Yeah, I don't know if you know this about me, but I actually recorded a 10-song album of covers.
Okay.
I called them Amandified covers. I kind of refined them to make them my own.
Mm-hmm.
And that album, out of the 10 songs on that album, there is actually a Martina song on there. Her song Anyway, if you know that ballad.
Yep.
I redid that one of my favorite songs of hers, and we did just such a beautiful rendition of it. And yeah, you just have to hear it in order to be able to know what I'm talking about. It's just there's such a beauty about the arrangement and the vocals that we chose in harmonies and things. But that to me is just the most beautiful song. Recording live, if I'm singing live, we just did a really cool version of Country Roads Take Me Home. That I'd love to record this year. Hopefully that's going to work out and we can get that out as well. So I'm loving singing that one live right now. It's we slow it down and really it's really beautiful.
Yep.
So.
John Denver.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Man, that's good stuff. They did a all-star kind of rendition of that several years ago at the CMA Awards. You probably seen it and saw the video and everything that they did, and a lot of different people were singing to it. Yeah, Brad Paisley and a whole bunch of them. So that was cool. Very well done. Well, yeah, you definitely have got some good stuff going on then. We wish you all the success in the world, and it has sure been fun talking to you tonight. We're going to play two more of your songs. This next one is a great ballad that you sent to me today called Angel Lullaby. So I'm going to have you tell us about that in just a second. But where can folks find you on social media if they want to check you out? Because they definitely need to.
I've got a fairly strong presence on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So you can just search Amanda Hagel. You'll find me on those major platforms. And then my website, amandahagel.com. You can find all the information on music and all that kind of stuff there as well.
Okay, absolutely. We'll definitely do that, folks, because she is definitely worth checking out. I checked her out with one video and one song called These Roots, and here we are tonight doing a radio interview and playing 3 of her songs. She is that good, ladies and gentlemen, trust me. Autumn Lullaby, I told you I love a great ballad in country music, and this is a good one. Tell us about this one a little bit.
Very special song again. All the songs I write definitely have a really, heartfelt backstory to them. So I wrote this song just with the intention of talking a little bit more about, I coined myself an inspirational country artist. So, the spiritual essence of who I am and how I live my life really does showcase and reflect in the songs I write. And so Angel Lullaby is all about the idea that we have, these divine kind of forces that walk with us, that guide us and protect us throughout our lives. And I chose to tell the story through the eyes of a mother and her daughter. And so as the song unfolds, the daughter grows up and eventually the mother, comes to the last stages of her life and passes. So it's such a beautiful reflection of family and faith, and it's just the beauty of the music. Very special, and I've had the privilege of singing it at a couple celebration of life services, actually. And that's, for me, that's the greatest honor. And so it's a really special song, and it's just a privilege to be able to continue to sing it for people.
Man, that is an amazing story again, and that's why I love doing these interviews, because I didn't get that song until right before we went on the air today. You sent me 4 more to play on the show tonight, and I love always hearing the stories behind the songs. You are amazing, and keep doing your thing, and we will definitely be seeing you on the radio, as we say around here.
You bet. That sounds great.
Amanda Hagel. We're going to play this next song, Autumn Lullaby, and then we're going to it's Angel Lullaby actually, and then we're going to play one more, your pick, to kick off the top of the next hour. Her name is Amanda Hagel on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Waking up to distant cries, the little voice should soon get used to, broke the silence of the night. Still unsure of this new home, but in an instant there was comfort, cradled in those loving arms. She looked into the eyes of her newborn baby girl, starting out in this great big world. And she said, go and find your ways and be brave in all this journey. Know that you're not alone. On feathers flown through the air, there to keep you safe and guide you back home. So close your eyes there by your side with this angel lullaby. The baby girl was fully grown into a beautiful young woman, starting a life on her own. And on your grand adventure, there'll be trials along the way. But don't forget each and every day, darling. Go and find your wings and be brave in all this journey. Know that you're not alone. On feathers flown through the air, there to keep you safe and guide you back home. Just stand aside there by your side with this angel lullaby. And so it must go with the circle of life. The day that did arrive, when they'd had to say goodbye. Before her mama took her last breath, her daughter held her hand, and through a tear she said, Mama, go and find your wings and be brave in all this journey. Know that you're not alone. On feathers flown through the air, we'll know that you are with us. We'll know you're here. So close your eyes there by your side. Rest easy right in the wings of love tonight, with this angel lullaby.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Cruising home in the sunshine, after work time to unwind. Tunes cranked up real loud, pulling up in the driveway. Doors up, all that I see is tools laying on the ground. What happened next? Well, I
name is Amanda Hagel, kicking off the second hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. That is called Dirty Up Good. I love that song, and it's got some folks in our chat room dancing. How about that? I was kind of getting jiggy with it, too, myself. That is a great, great song, and I want to thank Amanda Hagel for being on the program tonight. AmandaHagelMusic.com is her website. Go check her out, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic artist. Well, to kick off hour number 2, I want to play this next one by my good friend who is a songwriter who's been doing it for over 38 years. He has 700 songs in the Library of Congress, and he wrote this next one. It is called Mama's Wall of Memories. Michael Lust is the singer on it on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best.
Memories on these old paneled walls. Moments captured in time. Children and grandkids and a few hound dogs. Pictures fading in time. Children giggle as they see their daddy at 16. Grandma, ain't he silly, trying to look so mean. She'd show her pictures to everyone, then sit down in her swing. Hear her talk, we were her everything. Proud to be on my mama's wall of fame. She was the best part of what we all became. Be the richest man in the world wouldn't mean a thing if I wasn't on my mama's wall of fame. When she went to heaven, my world fell apart. But upon this wall, I'll forever be a part. One of the treasures of my mama's heart. Now time has passed, but memories always last. On a brand new wall, her pictures hang. Grandkids ask me, who is she and what's her name? Honey, that's my mama. This is her wall of fame. Proud to be on my mama's wall of fame. She was the best part of what we all became. To be the richest man in the world wouldn't mean a thing if I wasn't on my mama's wall of fame.
It's time for a new segment on the show called This Week in Canadian Country Music with Jane Christopher Neal. Check out who he's interviewing this week.
Hey, it's Canadian Country Radio host Shane Christopher Neal. You can visit my website, ShaneChristopherNeal.com, for a ton of interviews. And today, I caught up with Dorchester, Ontario native Cody Robinson, a big man with a big voice. And it all began back in 2019. He challenged Canadian country singer Brett Kissel to a game of backstage beer pong on Twitter. Kissel accepted. Cody wins. And so Cody was egged on to sing in front of Brett and some of his friends. Brett eventually joined in. They sang a Luke Combs song, and Brett was blown away by the voice that Cody had. He has written a brand new single for radio. It was co-written by Jason Blaine and Ben Chase. It's called Whoever She Was. It's Canadian Cody Robinson on New Canadian Country. All right, let's talk about music. We'll leave hockey. You have a brand new EP coming out, but let's talk about your love for country music, kind of where that started and the grassroots of it.
Yeah, it kind of started with Walk the Line, the movie there. And then it just grew from there, listening to Johnny and June and how they, music was so emotional and so great to listen to. So that's where it started, and then just grew from there. Obviously, Luke Combs and Brett Kissel are, my two who I idolize right now, but they're so much there.
Well, tell me the story in 2019 with Brett Kissel. I think it's a great story.
Yeah, that's how it happened. Honestly, how I got into the music industry was with him, and we were heckling each other back and forth on Twitter, and then we made a sign that said, because I asked him if I could sing with him, and he said, unfortunately, I can't just bring you up on stage. So then we made a sign and said, if you're not going to let me sing with you, at least let me beat you in beer pong. So then he brought us backstage after the show, and we played him in beer pong. I sang for him, and then it led to everything. And I ended up singing with him on his drive-in tour. So
nice.
That was an amazing experience. So,
he's such a great role model here for Canadian country acts, too. And what's interesting, because I'm a drummer, is I looked at who was playing on your album and some of your songs. And Ben Bradley shows up playing the drums. Of course, Ben is the drummer for Brett Kissel. Is that how that got connected?
Yeah, actually, if you the whole my work we did were all in it. You look at everyone playing on it is all Brett's guys. So from Justin Cutting to Brendan Waters to Ben Bradley on the drums.
So you're going to release your debut album, Life, Love, Loyalty, Friendship, and Small Town Country. Is that the name of the album, or that's just kind of what it represents?
That's sort of what it represents. It's just a lot of different kind of songs. We got one about my hometown, Dorchester, Ontario, on there. We got some honky-tonk stuff. We got some, other party stuff, and it's just all around it's going to be great. I can't wait.
Whoever She Was, great song. Tell me about the song, who wrote the song, and kind of how it came about.
So it was an experience in Nashville with my buddy Ben Chase. You go to a bar and you meet somebody and you have a great night, and unfortunately you don't exchange names. So I told the idea to my buddy Ben, and he went to Jason Blaine, and him and Jason Blaine wrote the song for me. And next thing's next, we're at the CCMAs last November in London, and I'm up on stage at the MDM recording party and singing with Jason Blaine and Ben Chase. So it was a pretty sweet experience. They did a heck of a job writing it, and couldn't be happier with it.
Plane, called me a cab, hit up the bar and started a tab. That Miller Lite hit just right. The place was packed, music was loud. She didn't need the neon, she was standing out in that crowd. She was shooting back tequila just like it was water, like a little jalapeno. They don't make them any hotter. She was shaking her money, drinking for free. She was there on her own, but she was looking at me. Made a beeline straight across that room. We were 3 drinks in, next thing I knew, I was having too much fun with whoever she was. took a picture, said, hey, don't we look good together? And the next thing I remember, she was dancing on the bar like it was Coyote Ugly. She was shining like a star, singing karaoke. She was Sweet Home Alabama, Dixieland Delight. Somewhere between a Sunday and a Saturday night, she was turning heads and breaking hearts. But somehow she was in my arms, and I couldn't get enough of whoever she was. She was a girl in a song, girl in a dream, and I had a front row seat when she was shooting back tequila just like it was water, like a little jalapeno. They don't make them any hotter. She was dancing on the bar like it was Coyote Ugly. She was shining like a star, singing karaoke. Her last call kiss was out of this world, and I'm still hung up on that girl. Going back tonight to find out whoever she was, because I think I fell in love with whoever she was. Whoever she was.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Well, you can find him underneath the porch, laying on the ground, sleeping it off and snoring out loud. He ain't counting sheep or the chickens he caught. He's counting beers from the night before that sloop, the beer drinking dog. He don't chase cars and bark all night, but he'll howl at the moon if the beer hits right. And he's once or twice leave him on the blues. And it wasn't 'cause the love set by, it's 'cause his watering bowl went dry. That's Luke, the beer drinking dog. Now he'll wander off every now and then, but sooner or later comes dragging in, and he swears to never do that again. But come Friday night, he'll come alive, and by the hair of the dog, he's feeling just fine. It's Luke, the beer drinking dog. He don't chase cars and bark all night, but he'll howl at the moon if the beer hits right. And he's once or twice leave him on the blues. And it wasn't 'cause the love set by, it's 'cause his watering bowl went dry. That's Luke, the beer drinking dog. Chase cars and bark all night, but he'll howl at the moon if the beer hits right. And he's once or twice leave him on the blues. And it wasn't 'cause the love set by, it's 'cause his watering bowl went dry. That's Luke, the beer drinking dog. Yeah, that's Luke, the beer drinking dog.
How about that one from Derek Brantley? Brand new music on KICR Indie Country Radio's New Music Friday. We just became friends just as of today. I found that song in my YouTube feed. Knew I had to have it. He's got a couple more great ones for Triple Play Thursday. Luke, the beer drinking dog. Absolutely love it. Derek Brantley. Look him up and tell him Tim Kelly sent you. He is fantastic. And we booked an interview today for May the 9th. He will be live with us on this program. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. This next gentleman is Ed Vargas. His latest single is called When You're in Love. I'm in love with the music on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
There's a certain feeling I get when you touch me. A dreamy, swoony sensation when I close my eyes. And darling, you know as well as I do, I'm no physician. But it don't take a doctor to tell me what I feel inside. 'Cause when you're in love, you can climb any mountain. Your whole life revolves around that one special girl. When you're in love, you're a strong force of nature. Love can make you feel like you're on top of the world. Climb any mountain. Your whole life revolves around that one special girl. When you're in love, you're a strong force of nature. Love can make you feel like you're on top of the world. On top of the
New country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't want to be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I've been missing you for so long now. Baby, I need your loving. Won't you bring it on home right now? Baby, I feel your heartbeat when your body's next to mine. Baby, why don't you call me? Call me on the phone sometime. Call me on the phone sometime. Need to hear that sweet voice in my soul. Yeah. Make believe that you love me, that you're safe and warm in my arms. Take me to that special place. Only you and I know exists. Please don't leave, I cry. I'm dying here inside. Call me on the phone sometime. In this world of mine, won't be the same without you. Way down deep inside, baby, I know you feel the same way I do. But she won't let you go. Got that voodoo spell all over you. What else can I say? What else can I do? I'm pleading and I'm begging with you. Call me on the phone sometime. Need to hear that sweet voice in my soul. Make believe that you love me, that you're safe and warm in my arms. Take me to that special place. Only you and I know exists. Please don't leave, I cry. I'm dying here inside. Call me on the phone sometime. Call me on the phone sometime.
Her name is Nikki Nelson. That is called Call Me on the Phone Sometime. Again, another great song written by my good buddy, Mr. Marty Denton. And she played with the great group Highway 101. Nikki Nelson. Go check her out. That is awesome. This next song is by Isaac Matthews. Donna in Nashville, Tennessee, in our live chat room tonight turned me on to this gentleman. We've got his latest single. Gonna debut it right now. It is called One Way Ticket from Isaac Matthews on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Well, I can see the forest for the trees. I'm walking through the valley, but I can't breathe. Yeah, the Lord is my shepherd. He restores me. Not a penny to my name, but I'm not scared. I'm good at making ends meet out of thin air. Stay out of my way, I'll get mine on my own. Many try to judge me, but that's alright. I'm 2 hours out from being up all night, and the last thing on my mind is what you think. 'Cause I've seen fire and I've seen rain, and I fought off demons with cocaine, but I'm not sure your prayers are helping me. 'Cause the devil booked a one-way ticket with ease. Trouble that I'm facing is that I like a love affair, thinking what I want, it's what I need. 2 sips in, it helps me to sleep, but 3 glasses later lets that demon free, and I put on that wolf's coat and start hunting sheep. Well, I've seen fire and I've seen rain, and I fought off demons with cocaine, but I'm not sure your prayers are helping me. Well, I know this buzz comes with regrets, but I'm not sure I'm done just yet, and I'm tearing out my heart through my bloodstream.
Single. It is called One Way Ticket, and we'll send that out one to Donna, listening to us live and in our chat room tonight from Nashville, Tennessee. Well, it is a pleasure tonight to have with us Mr. Brandon Davis on the radio. Been playing your music for some time and loving it, and you got a brand new single we're going to bust out tonight that just dropped at midnight last night, so we're excited about that. Welcome to the show, Brandon Davis.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on, brother.
Man, I appreciate you doing the program tonight. I emailed your Facebook page, and your wife, Destiny, who is your manager, said, let's make this interview happen, and here we are.
Yes, sir.
And I love your story of country music, too. You and how you guys met. You met your wife on Facebook, and you just clicked the tab of people you may know. And tell us that story, and you guys ended up, and here we are. You're married too, so.
Yep, she was in People You May Know, and I'll be honest, I just thought she looked gorgeous. So I clicked to add a friend, and luckily she not only accepted the friend request, but when I sent her a message and said, "Hey, how are you?" she responded, and those first couple messages wound up leading to the rest of my life. I just didn't know it yet.
Yep, that is awesome. Well, and a while back, I'm not sure exactly when, but you were in a bad car wreck and hit head on. Tell us about that story, too, and survived, and we're glad you're here, man. But you had some medical issues from that.
Yeah, I got hit head on by a distracted driver back in 2019 and nearly went septic and had to have emergency surgery. But thankfully I pulled through. But even when you make it out of something like that, the biggest question is always why. Like, why did it happen?
Yeah.
And why me? And it's something I couldn't understand at the time, but my wife told me, look, you don't understand it now, but you will. And I kind of just used it as an eye-opening moment to say, look, let's put things in perspective, because as a dad, at the time of 3 with a 4th on the way, I tell my kids every day, look, chase your dreams, reach for your goals. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't.
Yeah.
But I wasn't doing the same thing. So it was time for me to do that.
Boy, you sure been chasing them here in the last couple of years, I'll tell you that. You went viral on TikTok, and your wife helped you out, and that's where I found you. I'm at Tim Kelly on Air, by the way, on TikTok, so if you ever see that guy, that's me. But anyways, your wife is challenging you to sing these songs by different country artists, and you're pulling every one of them off, and I'm like, I'm impressed with that. So, and you did a radio interview or an interview on YouTube with a guy. I just watched it here not too long ago, and you told us kind of how you do that. So, tell the folks that are listening tonight kind of how that worked for you.
Well, we had a little opry house that my family started back in 2010, and whenever people came to listen to us, we played cover songs of all the classic country hits that we loved and that we knew people wanted to hear. But when they came to listen, they didn't want to hear, Brandon Davis doing Alan Jackson or Rick Davis doing George Jones. They wanted to hear as close as they could get to the real thing because they didn't have that option anywhere else.
Yep.
So we would give our best impersonation, and it was just finding the tone and the mannerisms to put with your vocals and try your best to make it happen.
There you
go. So that's pretty much what I channeled whenever she came and challenged me with it.
Yep. And I find a lot of good country music on TikTok, and those little 15 to 30-minute segments that these artists do make you want to hear the whole song. So I go research them on YouTube and hear the whole song, and a lot of times it's their debut single, the very first one. They're just getting started. And then we reach out to them and put them on this program, and I've interviewed several from that great little app called TikTok. So we hope they get to keep going, man. It's there's some pretty good stuff on there.
Yes, sir. It's been a heck of a springboard for us, I got to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, tell us about your journey in country music and kind of how that got started. Did it start by somebody you maybe listened to on the radio growing up, and what made you want to get into it?
Man, my dad did it off and on throughout my life when I was growing up. He played all the local spots that used to be in Chattanooga, Tennessee, like the Rock and Country Club and Governor's Lounge, Electric Cowboy. But he was also huge into gospel, so I got to see him perform in, two different avenues, but both of them just showed me how much he loved the music, whether it was gospel or country. Mm-hmm. But he made me fall in love with Merle Haggard and George Jones and all of the classic country artists that really kind of built up what I viewed as country music and showed me the heart and soul that country can carry. So that was honestly where it really began for me, was listening to those guys and trying to really just embody what I knew my dad had in him and see the fire that it started in me. Yeah,
that is awesome. Well, your stuff is fantastic. I've got a live chat room going on, and people are blowing it up right now, loving your music that we've been playing for some time since I found you on TikTok. First song I ever heard from you was What Cowboys Are For, and I thought that was just so well done and unique to country radio, and I've been doing this program for 10 years. Really hadn't heard anything like it up to this point, and I thought, man, this guy's got some talent, sounds like, so I had to research some other songs that you had out, and it just keeps getting better and better, man.
Man, I can't thank you enough for that. What Cowboys Are For is actually the very first co-write that I ever had. Had two guys that I consider real good friends now that are out of Atlanta and Nashville, and they came to the house, and that was the first time I'd ever wrote with anyone other than just me, myself, and I riding around in a pickup truck. So It was something special, to say the least.
Yeah. That is awesome talent, songwriting. We talk about it all the time on this program because most of the independent artists that I play on the station write their own material, and I just love the whole thing about songwriting. There's so much creativity in it, and you're making videos to your songs, and I know your latest single, Jesus and Jesse James, that we're going to play tonight, has a video in the works. It'll be out in about a week. And I also have a TV channel. It's called ICTV, Indie Country TV. And so I want to be sure to get that video link on YouTube and put it on our TV channel as well for you.
Oh, absolutely, man. That one's gonna be fun. It was fun to film, and the kids are pumped about it. Can't wait for everyone to see it.
Yeah, but so much work goes into that, from the start where it starts on a piece of paper and a pen, and then comes to fruition in a video at the end, and a mini movie is what they really are, to tell that story of that song, and that is just a really cool deal, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
It's amazing watching it come to life.
My wife, her former husband, before he passed away, was a distant relative of Jesse James. Now, Jesse James was Jesse James Woodson, and I don't know if a lot of people knew that, but Jesse James Woodson is the third cousin, 3 times removed, to Silas Woodson, who was the 21st governor of Missouri. Back in the 1800s, I believe, he was governor of Missouri, and I am broadcasting from Branson, Missouri tonight. So we went up to Jefferson City, the state capital, and got to see that picture of Silas Woodson and kind of his story on the wall at the Capitol as well.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Wild stories from the Wild West.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat story. And down Pineville, Missouri, where we go to the river around Pineville and Nome, Missouri, just south of Joplin, where I grew up, my grandpa used to take us down there every year, and we'd go to the river down there, the Elk River. It's Big Sugar, Little Sugar, and do those float trips. And that's where Jesse James used to hang out in some of those caves down there, and they have a street called Jesse James Boulevard down there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, and tell us about how the song came about for you, though, Jesus and Jesse James. We'll play it here in just a moment.
So I was a part of this really cool thing called Songtown USA, where they bring a lot of aspiring writers and put us all in a room together, and I was the artist that was selected for this group, and they were all writing a chorus to pitch to me. And whenever I got to listening through all these choruses that had been written, Jesus and Jesse James just stuck out immediately. The title itself already kind of hooks you in, but when I heard the contrast that was being built within it, it just immediately drew me in to say, look, whatever this song is, I have to be a part and finish writing it. And we sat down after the contest was over. We got together and really pulled in everything we could think of that really matched what this song was trying to get the point across with. And I feel like we hopefully hit the nail on the head, because it gave everyone a chance to say, you know what, I think we all got a little bit of Jesus and Jesse James in us, because nobody's perfect. Nobody's ever going to be, but it's an understandable balance and trying to just find a way to walk that line.
That is awesome. And I've seen clips of the upcoming video. Your little boy dressed up in his little Western outfit and a handkerchief around his neck, and he's got you roped around a tree. And, man, that's going to be such a fun video when it comes out.
Oh, yeah, man. It was awesome. Yeah. Watching these boys put on their acting chops and really breaking into the whole cowboy thing was just something to behold.
Well, we're going to play the song Jesus and Jesse James, and then I want to come back and talk about something really cool that happened to you last summer. You got a call from a gentleman who's also named Tim, and we'll talk about that, what happened last summer for you, after we play Jesus and Jesse James from Brandon Davis on today's
I got me some
KICR,
Jesus and a little Jesse James, some holy water whiskey running through my veins, working hard to get to heaven, ain't scared to go down in flames. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. Where I come from, it's a Sunday morning steeple. Open up the front door, there's a bunch of good people. On Saturday night, it's the same old folks, throwing back a few beers and lighting up smokes. Ooh, it's in my blood, it's how I was raised up. Ooh, like mama's King James and granddaddy's pistol. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James, some holy water whiskey running through my veins, working hard to get to heaven, ain't scared to go down in flames. I'm a saint, I'm a sinner, rolled right into one. I'm a straight shooter till you're at the end of my gun. I'll even say a prayer for you when your time has come. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. Well, she walked in, rolling out like thunder. Them river blue eyes ever pulling me under. She saved my soul without even trying. She helps me walk that line right between Jesus and a little Jesse James. Some holy water whiskey running through my veins, working hard to get to heaven, ain't scared to go down in flames. I'm a saint, I'm a sinner, rolled right into one. I'm a straight shooter till you're at the end of my gun. I'll even say a prayer for you when your time has come. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. Ooh,
blood, it's how I was raised up. Oh, like Mama's King James and Granddaddy's pistol. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James, some holy water whiskey running through my veins. Working hard to get to heaven, ain't scared to go down in flames. I'm a saint, I'm a sinner on a ride into one. I'm a straight shooter till you're at the end of my gun. I'll even say a prayer for you when your time has come. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James.
Single from Brendan Davis, Jesus and Jesse James, with a video in the works that will be out next week, and we'll be watching for it for sure. And so now I want to ask you about what happened last year. You got a call from a gentleman named Tim, and you got to go on tour with him and a couple of other folks. One of them we play, Alexandra Kay and Russell Dickerson as well. Kind of tell us how that came about and who the Tim is I'm talking about.
Man, so it all actually came about from a TikTok. The man that goes by Tim happens to have the last name McGraw, and you know, you listen to these folks when you're growing up, and you always hear them on the radio or you buy their CDs, and you start to get a collection of heroes. And he was definitely one of mine. From the time I was little, I used to sing Barbecue Stain more than I can even count. But one TikTok video duetting a video he'd made of the song Something Like That wound up going viral. Next thing you know, his management's showing up to anything that I've got going on in Nashville. They started reaching out to my wife, and one night they said, hey, you need to make sure you're accepting any phone calls that come through the next day, because you've got a very important one going to be coming to your phone, and you don't want to miss it. And they were right, because on the other end of that phone was Tim McGraw asking me to go on tour, and I about lost my mind.
Yeah, I can imagine. You know, isn't that something? That song has stood the test of time. I was in FM radio in McAlester, Oklahoma was my first FM radio job. I started in 1999, and I was playing Something Like That by Tim McGraw. And Breathe by Faith Hill, his wife, came out about the same time.
It's insane, man.
Yeah, and I talk about that 90s country all the time, you know, because that's why a lot of artists, and I'm sure that's true of you too, got into, you know, country music because of some of that 90s country. Tracy Lawrence and those guys, and Blake Shelton coming out just shortly after that, and Garth Brooks, we talked about him off the air in the 90s from Oklahoma. I spent 20 years in southeast Oklahoma before I moved up here to Branson, so that's really what got me wanting to do country radio, because of those folks, but the stories that the songs tell. I just thought country music tells some of the best stories.
Yes, it does. That's what really drew me in, was the storytelling, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm all about in songwriting.
Yep. Well, you got another great song, one of your latest singles, called See You In It. Tell us about this one real quick, and then we'll play it.
Man, I sat down with a good buddy of mine named Drew Jacobs, and he had a story that he wanted to tell but didn't quite know how to tell it. And it was about losing somebody, but it was a little bit more than just losing them in a breakup. It was losing somebody that you really couldn't get back. And this song, we wanted to kind of leave it open-ended for the listener to interpret how they wanted to, whether it was somebody going through a heartbreak or someone that was heartbroken for a much deeper reason. And seeing somebody when you go out and about is not just really making a remembrance of them. It's seeing all the memories that come with that. Places that you go can have so many different ties, and it makes it hard sometimes. So we hope that we could help some folks through that.
Awesome. We're going to play that for the folks. Then we're going to come back and talk about another song that I saw you last night talking about on your Facebook Live that hit the Billboard charts for you, called Step by Step. So if you can hang out for just a little bit longer, we sure would appreciate it. We got Brendan Davis with us. This is called See You In It on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. New Track.
Remember that time we were sitting there beneath the porch light on a late night? You were just smiling back at me. The world took the back seat. I was hanging on your every word.
for that night we called the Late Show.
Still cooking.
Yeah, still cooking. I love it. Well, speaking of still cooking, I stayed up till midnight. You didn't know this because we've never talked before, but a lot of your songs release at midnight. I think that's a ploy to keep people up, isn't it? But one of your songs we stayed up to was The Kitchen. Yeah, I know it released at midnight one night, and I was like, man, this song is so good. And I heard the previews of it, of what you were playing that night on Facebook, and I thought, I've got to get this one. That was definitely a great one. Because it brings back so many memories of the holidays growing up. That's the best room in the house come that time of year, is it those good things that happen and smells that come from the kitchen.
It's where everybody comes together, man. And the funny thing is that one was actually written in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Kind of an on-the-spot moment.
I love it. Well, man, it has been a blast talking to you tonight. I'm going to play a couple more of your songs anyways, and I'll probably play What Cowboys Are For. Brandon Davis, I thank you for doing the show. Thank your wife, Destiny, for helping set up this interview. She's a rock star in managing your career, and you're doing quite well. And there will be more big things happen for you as well, I'm sure, past the Tim McGraw from last year. So get ready, my friend.
Man, I greatly appreciate it and wish y'all all the best as well, and just appreciate y'all having us on here, man. It's
absolutely. Now, if folks want to book a ticket to your show, and I do see you got a lot of cool merch on there as well on your website, tell us where they can find you on social media real quick.
Y'all can find us on Facebook at Brandon Davis. You can go to Instagram or TikTok, catch us at Brandon Davis _music. Same thing with Twitter at Brandon Davis _ let's see. Don't ask me about Twitter. I take it back. Me and my Twitter don't get along very well. I can't remember the name.
Yep.
But there is a Twitter out there if you find me.
Okay. I did. I found
you. You can also go to our website as well. It's BrandonDavisMusic.com.
All right. We'll send a search party for you out there on Twitter.
Yeah, it's somewhere out there, man. I think it's like Brandon Davis _BD. That might be the best closest I can remember.
That sounds about right. You have a great night and a great weekend. Thank you for your time, sir, and we'll see you on the radio, as we say around here.
Yes, sir. Y'all take it easy.
And we're definitely going to see you on our video channel with the new Jesus and Jesse James video very soon as well. This is called Step by Step from Brandon Davis on Today's Country from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Friday.
There to see the first steps or hear the first word or watch the doctor bring them in. And there's a lot of time I missed out on, I'll never get back again. Call it stepping up or stepping in, but step by step my world went spinning around that little heart and angel face. They're growing up and I'm growing old, making memories won't always hold, but I thank God for sending them my way. 'Cause it ain't my blood or DNA that made that precious child, but it don't take rocket science to figure out they're my life. One day they'll have their first kiss and their first dance and their I turned 16 card. And I'll be right there when they walk in, heard from their first broken heart. And I'm longing for those moments along with all the ones I missed. I never knew this was how life would turn out, but I'm sure glad it did. Call it stepping up or stepping in, but step by step my world went spinning around that little heart and angel face. They're growing up and I'm growing old, making memories won't always hold, but I thank God for sending them my way. 'Cause it ain't my blood or DNA that made that precious child, but it don't take a rocket science to figure out that they're my life.
through all these years, and I pray that they'll find that even though they didn't come from me, they know that they're mine. Call it stepping up or stepping in, but step by step my world went spinning around that little heart and angel face. They're growing up and I'm growing old, making memories we'll always hold, but I thank God for sending them my way. 'Cause it ain't my blood or DNA that made that precious child, but it don't take rocket science to figure out that they're my life.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Girl, you don't need another outlaw. Ain't looking for another Jesse James. Don't be fooled by my hat and boots. No, we ain't all the same. We don't all disappear into the sunset. Ain't all gunslanging, saloon doors swinging drums. We ain't all rough cut ramblers out here gambling with love. From the looks of it, I can tell your heart's breaking. Dancing and stress, and you need saving. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're right into the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak, come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, but let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. I'd walk 1,000 miles across the desert, climb 100 mountains just so I love your biggest Sedona, Arizona sky, and hold you tight. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're right into the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak, come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, but let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. Dancing in the stress, and you've been waiting for a hero to go saddle up and save you. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. Ain't built for running, we're right into the storm. Your strength when you feel weak, come and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, let's get back up on that horse. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for.
His name is Brandon Davis. That is called What Cowboys Are For. First song I ever heard from him, and it is fantastic as well. And I want to thank him for a great radio interview tonight. If you missed it and you're just now tuning in, everything we do is recorded. It will be on our website. The last show recorded on our website, KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. Welcome to hour number 3 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. Tomorrow is April Fool's, so guess what? I'm going to play a cool song that I just received this week called April's Fool from Bo Hazard on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on a New Music Friday.
I'm addicted to her love. Can't break the ties. A victim of my own need, and too far to ever be free. Everything she does, I somehow justify. I'm April's fool. I play by her rules. She treats me any old way she wants to. Just as sure as clouds bring showers and springtime brings Mayflowers, and a mountain breeze blows cool, I'm April's fool. I've tried to live without her, like a frightened runaway child. I always return to the game she loves to play, where she always gets her way. Although it hurts, I never seem to learn. I'm April's fool. I play by her rules. She treats me any old way she wants to. Sure as clouds bring showers and springtime brings Mayflowers, and a mountain breeze blows cool, I'm April's fool. Just as sure as clouds bring showers and springtime brings Mayflowers, mountain breeze blows cool, I'm April's fool. April's fool.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Make me a sign now, ride around in a one-horse town, while the wind blows out the window with the radio loud. Make me a porch light whenever ever wanna say goodbye. Yeah, I'll be your lightning and thunder every one of your summer nights. Don't you dare take your time. Make me wanna melt to your hands. Make me wanna change all my plans. Make me wanna take all night. Make me wanna make you mine. Make me wanna drive too fast. Make me wanna never look back when I look into your eyes. Make me wanna make you mine.
is a brand new single from Marin Taylor. You can check out the video to Make You Mine on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country TV, powered by Stream. The next artist has a great video to his latest single as well. His name is Tyler Joe Miller. It is called Back to Drinking Whiskey on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
Same familiar neon blue, same old band playing something new. Been a while since I've seen Jack and Jim. Bartender says, where the hell you been? I said, that's a story I don't want to talk about. Pour a double on the rocks, cause I came here to drown. This one was a top shelf hurt. Didn't need it when I had her. Cause I traded the burn for the sweet on her lips, the midnight smoke for a moonlit dip. Got high enough on her love, didn't need to park my ass on an old bar stool. Now I'm hammered at 2:15, cause it's way too sober to know when it's over. She don't miss me. I'm back to drinking whiskey. She was the kind kept you up all night, left you hungover in the morning light, waking up with a pounding heart. Now there's a pounding head coming and it's gonna hit hard. Cause I traded the burn for the sweet on her lips, the midnight smoke for a moonlit dip. Got high enough on love, didn't need to park my ass on an old bar stool. Now I'm hammered at 2:15, and it's way too sober to know when it's over. She don't miss me. I'm back to drinking whiskey. I'm back to drinking whiskey. Yeah, I parked my ass on an old bar stool. Now I'm hammered at 2:15, cause it's way too sober to know when it's over. She don't miss me. Yeah, it's way too sober to know when it's over. She don't miss me. I'm back to drinking whiskey. I'm back to drinking whiskey.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Only heaven's better than a small town. There's a flag at the courthouse that waves with pride, and a bullet-riddled road sign that reads county line. We got one red light in the middle of town, and around 9 p.m. they roll the sidewalks up and shut her down. And small town America is where I'm from. is gonna state this year. And our biggest celebration is the 4th of July. And in God we trust is good enough for us. It works every time. In small town America is where I'm from. Small town America is where they'll lay me when I'm done. Where Sundays are sacred, we know freedom ain't free. Small town America is good enough for me. And on Sunday mornings when the church bells ring, sometimes I shed a few tears. Not because I'm sad, but because I'm proud that I'm from here. In small town America is where I'm from. Small town America is where they'll lay me when I'm done. Where Sundays are sacred and freedom ain't free. Small town America is good enough for me.
His name is Cody
heaven's
McCarver.
better than a small town.
And then we got Chuck, world-renowned engineer.
There you go. His name is Cody McCarver. That is from a video called Small Town America. You can check out the full video on our TV channel, ICTV Indie Country TV, powered by Stream Small Town America. This next artist is Tommy Charles. It is called Last Country Bar on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
It's hard to find a place nowadays with some twang in the speakers. Don't see a lot of two-stepping boots on the dance floor. These kids are wearing sneakers. That's right. Walk through the swinging doors and you're back in 84. It's a shame that they don't make them anymore. Like the last country bar in this town, ain't much change here. Cowboys and $2 cold beers, regulars just making the rounds, playing songs on a jukebox. The world outside just forgot. It's the only place, can't feel time marching on. I stay a little late, help them keep the lights on. At the last country bar in this town, Clydesdales on the mirror, hanging near a young George Strait cutout. Still grab a pack from the vending machine, but gotta smoke 'em outside now. Juniors running the place and seniors passed away. They look so much alike, it's like old times. Like the last country bar in this town, ain't much changed here. Cowboys and $2 cold beers, regulars just making the rounds, playing songs on a jukebox. The world outside just forgot. It's the only place you can't feel time marching on. I stay a little late, help them keep the lights on. In the last country bar in this town.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
She looks good, I mean real good. She got that thing about her, she got that glow around her. Now it's been folded, but every time I hold it, I just can't believe you can fit in that much. Pretty in a 3x3. She's in that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. There's a corner ripped off, her name's in a heart at the bottom. There's a tear stain down the middle, where I've cried a little over that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She ain't in this house, this room, or this town. She ain't in this bed I'm laying in right now. No, she's in a red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, cutting me right straight to the core. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Because she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. Yeah, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She looks good, I mean real good.
His name is Randall King from the great state of Texas. That is called In the Picture. Well, picture this. This next artist was on season number 9 of NBC's The Voice. Team Blake made it all the way to the finals. Her name is Emily Ann Roberts. And her latest single is called He Set Her Off on Today's Country. From KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. I wonder what he did.
She was the last one in this town we would have thought was Snap. Guess he finally found the straw that broke the camel's back. Now she's lighting camels and sipping Chardonnay. She's dressed up to the nines and all the cops are on their way. She reapplies her lipstick, lights are flashing red and blue. They ask her why she did it, she said, honey, you would too. Lord help the man who don't know how strong a woman can be when somebody does her wrong. He lit that fuse in her bed with that blonde. Now the house is up in flames. His clothes are on the lawn. Thought she was fragile like a flower, but she's fragile like a bomb. Yeah, he to the things we do for love. Lord help the man who don't know how strong a woman can be when somebody does her wrong. He lit that fuse in her bed with that blonde. Now the house is up in flames. His clothes are on the lawn. Thought she was fragile like a flower, but she's fragile like a bomb. Yeah, he set her off.
New country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Felt like living and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me.
And this.
Hey, pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Sometimes we can't tell you why. Rights and wrongs of our lives. I've been in love, I've failed to fight. I've said goodbye too many times. I think it's time I leave this place. The whole damn thing feels like a race. I'll pack my bag right out at dawn. Be gone before the morning sun. 'Cause when the well runs dry and the whiskey does too, there ain't nothing else left for you. When your heart's beating heavy on a cloudy day, takes you to a time you wish you could stay. Then it's time to spread your wings and fly as the years go passing by. Thought you loved her way back when. Turns out it was just something else. If I could dance one more time with that girl, sweet as wine, you know I wouldn't walk away. 'Cause when the well runs dry and the whiskey does too, there ain't nothing else left for you. When your heart's beating heavy on a cloudy day, takes you to a time you wish you could stay. Then it's time to spread your wings and fly as the years go passing by. As the years go passing by,
His name is Curtis Ward. That is called As the Years Go By, and the well has not run dry for New Country's Best. I got a lot of new music on this New Music Friday, that is for sure. This next artist is Chandler Marie. The song is called Save You a Dime on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio on a New Music Friday.
You never wanted it to be me and you. If I was there, your friends were too. You had me feeling like one of the guys every single Friday night. Of course you didn't mind when I was the one driving to your city, 'cause God forbid you spend that 50. Breaking up with me didn't save you a dime. On your open tab was your Bud Light. Judging by your IG, I guess you just might be doing everything you wouldn't do with me. Still trying to figure out how to break 80, and being your caddy really drove me crazy. You can't really say you've got more money or time, 'cause breaking up with me didn't save you a dime. I should have known better when you traded in your Z 71 to get a little better in PG. Though you didn't spend the difference on me. A little date night, you burning burgers would have been just fine. I guess this is what they all call hindsight. Breaking up with me didn't save you a dime. On your open tab was your Bud Light. Judging by your IG, I guess you just might be doing everything you wouldn't do with me. Still trying to figure out how to break 80, and being your caddy really drove me crazy. You can't really say you've got more money or time, 'cause breaking up with me didn't save you a dime. Well, I guess you thought breaking my heart that you were just so clever, but boy, I ended up better. Breaking up with me didn't save you a dime. On your open tab was your Bud Lights. Judging by your IG, I guess you just might be doing everything you wouldn't do with me. Still trying to figure out how to break 80, and being your caddy really drove me crazy. You can't really say you've got more money or time. No, you can't really say you've got more money or time, 'cause breaking up with me didn't save you a dime. And breaking up with me didn't save you a dime.
You're listening to New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
God, I feel like I failed. Did I let you down? 'Cause when I said I do, it's not what I'm doing now. When you came into my life, you turned my world around. I've never felt so alive, and I pray that somehow, if you be my Wonder Woman, I'll be your man of steel, and I'll do all I can to show you how I feel. I will fly around the world just to be there for you, girl. Don't want to waste another moment. Would you be my Wonder Woman? Girl, I never knew how much I needed you. You gave me new life. Your heart was open wide, and with your saving grace, you gave me new faith. Now it's bulletproof, and it's all because of you. If you be my Wonder Woman, I'll be your man of steel, and I'll do all I can to show you how I feel. I would fly around the world feel, and I'll do all I can to show you how I feel. I would fly around the world just to be there for you, girl. Don't wanna waste another moment. Would you be my Wonder Woman? Be my Wonder Woman.
That is the latest single from Matt Tucker. It is called Wonder Woman. There is a great video to that one on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country TV as well. Go check it out. It is fantastic. This next artist is fantastic, and about 3 weeks ago on March the 4th, she made her debut at the Grand Ole Opry Ryman Auditorium, in that circle where all the artists want to be in Nashville, Tennessee. She is my good friend May Estes from Hope, Arkansas. This is called Your Hands on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
I've seen your hands grease stained, turn a wrench, swing a hammer, take apart a V8, put it back together and never miss a move. They just know what to do. And I've seen your hands 10 and 2, heading east on 40, hometown in the rear view. You left for me, letting go of everything so I could chase a dream. Steady and true and strong, gonna ride where I belong. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my old guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hand's always holding mine. I felt your hands in the dark, light me up all over, running through my hair and pulling me closer like nobody else. You know me better than I know myself. You pick me up when I can't stand, like my mama prayed for, kind of man. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my old guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hands always holding mine, when we got the whole world in the palm of it. When the going gets tough, ain't letting go of it. Yeah, we'll make the most of it. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my old guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hands always holding mine, holding mine.
Stirring up a spark till I'm one step away from two-stepping away with your heart.
And this.
This old shirt is getting worn, the knees of these jeans are torn, this old back don't work the way it should.
And this.
Shut down the hometown bar at 3 a.m. Took you 2 weeks to get the nerve to kiss me. When you did, suddenly the world stood still, but 10 years flew right by. You right by my side. We've still got our whole lives. I'll be Bonnie, you be Clyde, partners in time. Let's lock this down without the crime. A minute for life. You be Johnny, I'll be John. Stand by you and walk that line. Partners in time. Partners in time. It's like you know all of my secrets before they're mine. You keep them close. I swear sometimes you can read my mind. And on the road I can plan forever while you drive. Still got miles to go. I'll be Bonnie, you be Clyde, partners in time. Let's lock this down without the crime. A minute for life. You be Johnny, I'll be John. Stand by you and walk that line. Partners in time. Partners in time. You be Tim, 'cause I got faith that will always be okay. I'll be Bonnie, you be Clyde, partners in time. Let's lock this down without the crime. A minute for life. You be Johnny, I'll be John. Stand by you and walk that line. Partners in time. Partners in time. Partners in time. I'll be Bonnie, you be Clyde. Let's lock this down without the crime. Partners in time.
That is off our brand new full-length album called Miles and Maybe. She is an alumni artist from Team Blake of NBC's The Voice, and our good friend from Kansas City, Missouri, Miss Cassie Joy. That is called Partners in Time. We've been partners in time for quite a long time. Love her music, absolutely. This next artist is from Canada. His name is Nathan Cunningham. This is called Tired of Leaving on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Leave well enough alone. The words echoed through his head. Common sense would say to play it safe, don't get your hopes too high instead. He knew his parents meant well, they'd done their best right from the start. But at the end of the day, it was his own call to listen to the voice from his heart. He said, life is never like what you had planned it all. It's not a chore you can't postpone, like you were waiting on the other boot to fall. If you can't say I'm satisfied, right down to the bone, you'll only grow tired of leaving. Tired of leaving. Leaving the well enough alone. Leave well enough alone became just a time back when he never could. Back when he lived life straight from the hip to show the world once and for good. Success never happened overnight, and of his dreams he slowly lost sight. He took a wife and a job with security. He said, I once knew a fool, man, he really believed it. Life is never like what you had planned it all. It's not a chore you can't postpone, like you were waiting on the other blue
standing on the staircase when he turned 43. He said, leaving you to find myself seems wrong, but this life I chose ain't working for me. She looked him squarely in the eyes. She said, do what you must do. And when you find that window on your world, well, pull yourself on through and you'll find that life is never like what you had planned it on. It's not a chore you can't postpone, like you were waiting on the other shoe to fall. If you can't say I'm satisfied, right down to the bone, you'll only grow tired of leaving, tired of leaving, leaving the well enough alone, leave it alone.
New and exciting.
Broadcasted live from Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.
Fire on a Friday, it was on my way. I knew she was going already. If you haven't left yet, I'm passing your house next. If you're done getting ready, she said, give me 5 minutes, and can you grab wine? The next thing I know, we're sitting in line at Casey's with the Busch Light 30 rack, barefoot bottle, brown sack. Twisted off the cap and threw it on the floor. Said, remember that party? I don't wanna go anymore. She's sipping Moscato straight out the bottle, feet kicked up on the dash, she's singing every word Alan Jackson, while I'm wondering how this happened. Started this night as a couple of friends. I don't think that's where we'll end. At the bottom of this beer, had a few to get us here. Slide over, whisper in my ear, eyes on you, can you steer? If you don't wanna go, then what did you have in mind? He said, keep driving around and I'll keep drinking this wine. What's been going on lately? Is there anybody that you've been dating? Figured I just ought to know, hoping you tell me no. If there's a piss I'll run at home that I'm sure is about to hang me. She's sipping Moscato straight out the bottle, feet kicked up on the dash, she's singing every word Alan Jackson, while I'm wondering how this happened. Started this night as a couple of friends. I don't think that's where we'll end. At the bottom of this beer, had a few to get us here. Slide over, whisper in my ear, eyes on you, can you steer? She said, I wanted you bad. Has it been like this for long, or just happened tonight? What do I happen to be? Just talking to the wine. Yeah, the sparks we made them fly. And my kiss tastes like Busch Light, and I know where we're going when we leave this place tonight. In the front seat of the Silverado, even though she was sipping Moscato straight out the bottle, feet kicked up on the dash and singing every word Alan Jackson, while I'm wondering how this happened. Started this night as a couple of friends. I don't think that's where we'll end. At the bottom of this beer, had a few to get us here. Eyes on you, can you steer? Can you steer? With the Busch Light 30 rack, barefoot bottle, brown sack, fire on a Friday. Can you steer?
His name is Brandon Rochelle. That is called Moscato, my favorite kind of wine. Absolutely love it. And for all of you people who are whining about not enough great music on the radio, country-wise, we got it for you here. That's why we call it New Country's Best. You can follow us on Twitter at New Country's Best. You can follow me personally at Tim Kelly on air. And I am on the air right now with a couple of great songs still left in the playlist. How about this one from my good buddy Flint Thompson from Lufkin, Texas? We've got to keep on meeting like this. I agree. On KICR, Indie Country Radio's New Music Friday.
Hello, baby, how you been? Sure is good to see you again. You look so beautiful to me tonight. Sure feels good holding you tight. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is. We've got to keep on meeting like this. You know, darling, when I look in your eyes, the man in me starts to come alive. But more than that, girl, you're my best friend. Whatever we do, let's do it again. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is. We've got to keep on meeting like this, yeah. In a crowded room or all alone, we can go out, girl, or we can stay home. We're together, it's all the same. Every time it's just fueling the flame. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is. We've got to keep on meeting like this, yeah. We've got to keep on loving this way. Just like we fell in love yesterday. Even when we get old and gray, we've got to keep on loving this way. We've got to keep on loving this way. We've got to keep on loving this way.
Country sounds like this.
I'm just down here in my car. I'm just looking for a bar.
And this.
Just know I'll be with you in a little while.
And this.
Just getting somewhere slow. We're getting somewhere slow. You're getting somewhere.
KICR, Indie Country Radio.
J. Michael Adams, 35, Kentucky born, and he survived by his wife and his 3 boys. Good Lord. Plain wooden casket, peace lilies in a wicker basket. Dry eyes, it's no surprise. He was living on borrowed time. Who did it? Who done did it? Somebody took one for the team. Who did it? Who done did it? Never gonna find out it was me. She called me up and I still crying, and the preacher keeps on lying. No, he was not a man of God, 'cause he'd been called too many times. He was a thief and a cheater, a natural born deceiver. But the moment that he beat her, his ass was mine. She called me up at 3:15. Big sister, he hit me. Enough is enough, said give me 15. His butt's thicker than whiskey. I waited long enough till he was blackout drunk. Cinder block on the pedal, threw him in his truck. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Who did it? Who done did it? Never gonna find out it was me. Who did it? Who done did it? Take it to the grave, baby, rest in She called me up at 3:15. Big sister, he hit me. Enough is enough, said give me 15. His butt's thicker than whiskey. I waited long enough till he was blackout drunk. Cinder block on the pedal, threw him in his truck. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Who did it? Who done did it? Never gonna find out it was me. Who did it? Who done did it? Take it to the grave, baby, rest in peace.
That is the latest single from Taylor Austin Dye. It is called Rest in Peace, and you can check out the great video to that song on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country TV, powered by Stream. It is on the air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Well, we'll be on the air soon again, and we want to thank you for joining us on the program tonight. I want to thank my special guests, Mr. Bobby Ocean, Amanda Hagel, and Brandon Davis, all for joining me on the program tonight. What a great night of music and the stories behind the songs. I absolutely loved doing this show for you tonight on New Music Friday. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in